What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. Hope you all are having a great day so far. This is going to be a different kind of video. This is more of a topical kind of video about the state of General Hospital. And it's about what I posted earlier about people constantly saying negative things about the show. My whole thing about that is, let me say this. Is the show in a great place right now? No. To be honest, I don't think any of the shows are really in that great of a state right now, to be totally honest. Storytelling wise, you have maybe a show that might be better than the rest, but I still feel like they're not where they should be. I feel like all four current shows are not where they should or could be. You know what I mean? They're not in a great place right now. Storyline wise, they're not. And it's crazy because they have so much great talent on each show. Actors, actresses, they have amazing talent. The talent pool is amazing. But let me just say this about the whole complaining thing and stuff like that, because I feel like some people may have taken what I said out of context. I'm not telling you that you don't have an opinion. That's not what I'm saying to you. Or you can't have an opinion. It's not what I'm saying. We all have complaints. We all say that the show needs to step it up. I've even said it in a post that I posted earlier. General Hospital needs to step up their game. I've said that, and I agree with everybody on that. But my issue with the whole complaining thing is the constant complaining about everything regarding the show. And I do mean everything, from every storyline to every character, the constant complaints. That's what gets on my nerves, because it's not just on my channel that I see it. It's sometimes on message boards, it's on Twitter. Like, it's the constant complaint. Like, I've seen some people say, oh, well, I've stopped watching after 25 years or 15 years. And that's fine. That's your prerogative. Let me tell you, that's your prerogative to do so. What I'm saying is, if you're not watching the show, why continue to read about the show? I mean, maybe you're reading about it to see if it gets better. Maybe. But why hit the comment button to constantly have something negative to say about the overall show, about every character, and I've seen posts where people just constantly, every day, it's the same people constantly posting something negative, but they don't have one thing good to say. That's what kind of sticks in my craw a little bit. That's what annoys me a little bit. It's like, for me, and this is just me, why would I comment on a show that I have nothing good to say about? I've had people comment to me and constantly ask me to review The Bold and the Beautiful. And I don't know how many times I've had to tell people I have no desire to review that show. You want to know why? Because I'm not interested. Because of the stuff that they do over there. It's incestuous. It really is. You got people marrying this. They have weddings every 5 seconds on that show. They have love triangles every 5 seconds on that show. I have no interest. But I don't go on Soap Central message boards and comment, oh, I hate the show. I hate what the writers are doing. I hate. I don't do that. I can, but I don't. And I don't like nothing that they're doing on B&B right now. Zero. But you don't see me, you don't see my name up there all the time, commenting up there saying this and that every single day, 5 days out the week. And this is what I'm constantly seeing about GH with a lot of people. And I'm not saying like millions of people are doing it, not at all. But when I say a lot, I'm talking about like, maybe 30, 40 people, maybe. That's a lot to me. Yeah, and it's like, why? Why keep making such negative comments without having one good thing to say? Because my thing is, there are still good things going on GH right now that keeps me intrigued. My thing is, I don't like when they like the baby switch storyline. I wasn't a fan when they started that. I wasn't a fan of them doing it. I've said it a million times. I'm not a fan of them doing that. But I still continue to review and still continue to talk about it. You want to know why? Because I am somewhat interested in the outcome and when it's going to be over. Even though I'm not a fan of it, but you're still seeing great performances by the actors and actors. And that's another thing. I'm not going to stop watching the show because it's not to that point where I want to stop watching it. They still, like I said, they still got some good things going on, but this is just my opinion. Everybody else is probably going to say different and be like, well, they don't have nothing that I like. That's fine. But I think some people miss the point, though. If there's nothing you don't like about it, that's fine. But why? My point is, why continue to hit up comment boards and message boards just to say that every day? That annoys me. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's not my comment section, it still somewhat annoys me. It's like, because I'm just trying to figure out why do that for a show that you don't watch. That's really what this is about. That's my point. I watch because, like I said, there's still a lot of good things. And besides, I like a lot of the actors and actresses. I think they're great, and I don't want to see them out of a job. And like I said, the show needs to step their game up, because a few actors are leaving because part of the reason is because of bad storylines that they're getting, or they're not getting enough good storylines, or they're constantly playing second fiddle to other people. So I get their grievances. I totally get it, and they're entitled to it, and I respect it. Because actors and actresses, they have to do things from a business standpoint that's good for their brand, their career, and I totally understand why they have to make that hard decision to walk away. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. Whatever happened with Billy Miller, whether he quit, whether, I don't think he got fired. I don't know. Maybe he left on his own, because I know with Dominic Zaprania, he chose to leave due to the storylines and him, having a lack of a story. And I totally understand that. And I've said this before about Joshua Morrow over there on Y&R. 2 years ago, he made the decision that after over 20 years on Y&R, who plays Nick Newman, he wasn't planning on leaving Y&R because of lack of story and stuff. So it's not just GH that does it, it's Y&R, it's a lot of other shows too. It is what it is. That's why I say a lot of shows, especially in daytime, need to step it up. But they do have it a lot tougher. I sympathize with them almost, because they have it a lot tougher than primetime shows. Primetime shows, they go in seasons, like the fall to the spring or close to summer, and then they're done for the summer, or part of the summer, and then they go back to filming. So they can have a break for the writers, whereas GH don't really have that luxury. Daytime television, they don't have that luxury to take that break, and come back fresh with fresh ideas. They got to think on the fly all the time and just come up with things as they go sometimes, because they don't get that major break like primetime TV do. Because primetime TV, they put out shows every week, once a week, and sometimes they can go and have a mid-season break where they take like a month or two off. GH, daytime TV, they can't do that. They don't do that. They got to put out content 5 days a week. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot. And I think some people just they don't put themselves in the writer's shoes or the producer's shoes. Yeah, we complain about some things, but you also have to sympathize with them. With the position that they're in. You know what I'm saying? That's no excuse for not giving people stories and being creative, but it's somewhat of an explanation for that. But I'm not going to excuse them totally for that either. Because, that makes, when you are on the time crunch like they are, and you're putting out content 5 days a week, I get that it can be, it can stunt your creative process. I get it. But at the same time, when you're under the gun like that, it should make you want to work even harder and improve even more than prime time. But yeah, I totally get certain things, and I want to address certain things that a person said about me being wishy-washy with characters or whatever and changing my mind. Here's the thing, and let me break this down, how this works. There's not many characters I changed my mind about. It's the writers. The writers can make you change your mind if they want to about a character. Like, you can hate a character. I'm not saying that they can make everybody change their mind, but you can hate a character and totally love or like the character at the same time. It depends on the writing. Like Dallas. People love to hate J.R. Ewing. They love to hate him. He was so sneaky, conniving. He did some disastrous things. He did some cruel things. But people love to hate JR. JR made Dallas what it was. He was a big part of Dallas. I mean, yeah, you had Bobby Ewing and all them. They were a major part of Dallas as well. And the ratings slipped, obviously, when Patrick Duffy left the show back in the original series. But they can make you love and hate a character. JR was one of those characters. Stefano Demir on Days of Our Lives, he's one of those characters you love to hate. Helena Cassadine may be one of those characters you love to hate. They have those. You know what I'm saying? It may not change your opinion of them, but you kind of get to a point where you love to hate them. Let me tell you something with Nina. I've always said Nina annoys me. And even to this day, Nina's character still annoys me. But the difference is, when a character does something stupid, I call them out on it. Whether I like the character, whether I don't like the character. That's what I do. I'm being honest. It's not wishy-washy, it's being honest. Well, you can call it wishy-washy if you want to. That's fine. I don't care. But I'm being honest. When a character does something stupid, I'm calling them out. When they do something good, I'll say, okay, they did good. I like the way they did this. Boop, 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 boop. That's just how it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to still, if a character does something great, even if I don't like that character, I'm not going to dump all over them. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to dump all over them. For what? They did something good. You're going to get some praise from me for that. It depends on how good it was. That's what it depends. So if you want to call that wishy-washy, that's perfectly fine with me. I'll be wishy-washy. Nobody's telling you to watch my video. You know what I'm saying? You can click out if you want. You can dislike the video if you like. Everybody on YouTube gets dislikes. Even major YouTubers who got millions of subscribers, they can have 40,000 likes and still get 20,000 dislikes. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It comes with the business of being on YouTube and doing a video. You're going to have people that like you. You're going to have people that don't. That's fine with me. That's totally, trust me. Listen, even in my personal life, I got people, let me tell you something. I'm not a perfect person by any means. I got people that don't like me for whatever reason. Do I care? Nope. So if I got people in my personal life that don't really care for me or don't like me, you think I'm going to care if somebody in the YouTube community don't like me? Think about that. Come on now. Really? I brush that off. If I see a negative comment about me, it depends on how negative it is. I might respond to you and tell you to go take a hike, or I might just sit back. Some of these comments that I see that are negative, I sit back and I really look at them and I laugh. A lot of times I laugh and I'll probably delete them or I might keep them up. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest because that's how it is. You can call it wishy-washy if you want to. I don't care. At the end of the day, yeah, we all complain about certain things about the show. I'm not denying that. Hell yeah, we do. That's because a lot of us care so much. But what we don't do, what a lot of us don't do, and that's what I noticed, what a lot of us don't do, we don't constantly have something negative to say about the overall show every day. Like, if a Wednesday episode come on and it feels like a filler episode, I'm going to say, okay, this episode was dry, it was a filler. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm being honest. I'm telling you what it is. It was a filler. It wasn't a lot going on. But then the next day, you might get something explosive. I've seen where we've had a great week of GH. I forgot, it was like a few weeks ago to a month ago. We had a great whole week of GH, and I still seen people saying something negative. That's the type of stuff that annoys me. Like, they're giving you the best, like not their best that they can be, but they're giving you great storytelling, and I've still seen people say something negative. That's what annoys me. Like, I don't comment on shows that I feel like I'm going to have something negative to say about every episode. I'm not going to waste my time commenting. I'm probably not even going to read about the show. I'm not going to nothing. That's my whole point. You know what I'm saying? We all complain, and that's fine. We're entitled to do that because we want the better of the show. But what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to sit there and dump all on the show. You think I'm going to waste my time watching an hour of GH and turn around and review the show if I don't like nothing about it? No character, no storyline. Why would I waste my time? Like, I review Grand Hotel as well. I review Y&R as well. You think everything about those shows are great to me? No. There's some things that they can do better, but there's still a lot that I like, especially Grand Hotel. I love that show has been amazing to me. But even with Y&R, they got some storylines that I'm not particularly fond of and some characters I'm not fond of. But you know what? They still have plenty that I like, and I like to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to dump all over a show every day. You know what I'm saying? Because that would make me a very miserable person if I did that. I'm just saying, like, if I constantly came up here 5 days a week and said, oh, GH was horrible. Oh, Sunny was horrible. Oh, Carly's horrible. I can't stand her. Oh, Sam gets on my nerves every day. Oh, I can't stand Alexis. Oh, Christina gets on my nerves. See, that's the type of stuff that annoys me. Because that makes it seem like you don't like nobody or nothing about the show at all. So why watch? Why talk about it? Why? That's my point. The show does need to step their game up. But there's still a lot of good things happening. Some storylines are about to come to their conclusion finally. Yeah, because for me, I definitely get that point where everybody comes from with that too. I'm an impatient person myself. I think that's probably why I be trying to rush a storyline, because I'm impatient. That's just my personality sometimes. I can be patient on certain things, but some things I'm just impatient. Like the Mike and Yvonne getting married stuff. That was supposed to happen 6 months ago. And we're just now getting that now. You know what I'm saying? See, that's what I'm talking about. I can sit here and say something, but I can still laugh about some of the craziness of this show because it's a lot of what they do is so over the top. And people complain about the over the top stuff that they do, but I'm like, that's kind of what made this show. Think about it. With the Ice Princess back in the day with the Cassadines and the whole weather machine thing, it's that over the topness that brought in the ratings back then. You know what I'm saying? Because you need, soaps are like that. Daytime TV, you have to suspend disbelief. Certain things I don't want to suspend because I think they're just weird. And I even laughed about the memory mapping because they just downloaded that thing in 5 minutes. I said, well, that was funny. It was ridiculous, but it was funny to me. I enjoyed it for the most part. But yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to come up here and clarify, because the thing is, and this is what I want to say to people too. When you're in the comment section, it's okay to disagree. I don't care if you disagree with me. I don't care if you disagree with anybody, because we all gonna disagree. Like, you might disagree with everything I say in this video right now, and that's totally fine by me. Feel free. Feel free. What I do want to say is, though, if you're gonna disagree with people in the comment section or whatever, keep it respectful. None of that cussing at people and being rude and calling names and, oh, you're this, you're that. There's a respectful way to disagree with somebody, and then there's the disrespect. That's the one thing that infuriates me the most with people is the disrespect. That's what I can't stand. Because if I'm addressing you in a certain way, don't address me in another way. Don't do that. Because I'm not doing it to you. Don't do it to me. You know what I'm saying? We're all here. A lot of us do like the show, and we come up here. This is a platform for us to talk about the good, the bad, the whatever. But the bad, to me, with this show, the bad doesn't outweigh the good on this show. That's just how I feel. I feel like the bad doesn't outweigh the good. We're never going to get GH of the 80s. We're never going to get that back. We're never going to get GH of the 2000s or the 90s. We're never going to get that back. We just got to kind of roll with the punches of what they're doing now. We just kind of got to have to do that. It just is what it is. And I'm learning that more and more every day because, like I said, I'm not perfect either. None of us are. But, I'm still trying to get a feel for what they're doing with certain storylines without being disappointed in it. Because you want to know why I'm so disappointed sometimes? Because I grew up in an era where I had the late 90s, the early 2000s, the mid 2000s when the show was really doing it still. The show was still good. You know what I mean? Like, they were still pulling off good stuff. I didn't have the luxury, obviously, of being around and watching the show in the 80s and the 70s and the 60s and, like some other people on here. I didn't have that luxury. But I do go back and I do watch those old clips and I think, damn, how different. You know what I'm saying? Like, you go back, you could watch an episode from 2008 and be like, damn, how different from today. You know what I'm saying? But, I find with anything that I do, I try to find the good in everything that I do. Any TV show I watch, I try to find the good. If there's no good in it, I ain't going to talk about it. I ain't going to watch it. It is what it is. Move on to the next show. If GH ain't your cup of tea, try YNR. If YNR ain't your cup of tea, God help you, try B&B. If B&B ain't your cup of tea, try Days of Our Lives or try some primetime TV. You know what I mean? Like, there's different avenues, different things. But, anyway, I hope all you have a blessed, great day. I will see you all later. Peace. Have a great day.